almost like the Flashpoint, where it starts, one of the key matrix lines that will help shatter this status centralized.
Well, hello friends. It is Memorial Day and I thank you for joining me on Flashpoint Radio. I am Jay-Z, your host, and, well, I am clean shaven. That means I've welcomed a new member of the Flashpoint Radio family into this world, into God's family. My wife gave birth on Friday, May 25th at 12:28 p.m. to a 7-pound, 9-ounce, 20-inch long, healthy baby girl. Praise the Lord. Everything went well. It turned out very nice. We had a home birth, and we trusted in God, and God delivered. We are blessed. We are blessed. But I wasn't going to give you an update, but you know what? I had to do it because there are some news stories that need to be covered, and being Memorial Day, I wanted to send a message out to all of the conservatives who use the troops as ammunition in a political battle. This comes to us from Newsbusters. This gentleman, Mr. Hayes, Chris Hayes, was on MSNBC speaking about Memorial Day, and he said this.
Why do I feel so comfortable about the word hero? I feel uncomfortable about the word hero because it seems to me that it is so rhetorically proximate to justifications for more war. And I don't want to obviously desecrate or disrespect the memory of anyone that's fallen, and obviously there are individual circumstances in which there is genuine and tremendous heroism of, you know, hail of gunfire and rescuing fellow soldiers and things like that. But it seems to me that we marshal this word in a way that is problematic, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
And instantly, almost as if it was set up and they were waiting for this to happen and they wanted something to fight about, the trickle-down conservative media, Fox News, to all of the conservative blogs, jumped on him and said he was an evil, anti-American communist, he hates the military, and I don't see what's wrong with necessarily what he said, that calling everyone heroes wouldn't necessarily be a promotion for the war effort. I mean, do you support the war or do you support the troops? I have family in the military, and I support the troops individually for the sacrifices them and their families make. But that doesn't mean I have to support the war. That doesn't mean I have to support the cause. I'm an individual, and I disagree with what our government is doing. Do you ever listen to what they say about why our men and women are dying over there? For U.S. interests. You'll hear that all the time. U.S. interests. Overseas interests. Are they your interests? Are they farmers in Texas, cowboys in Oklahoma? Are they fishermen in Louisiana, cheese farmers in Wisconsin? Are they their interests? Are they the GM's interests who's building plants in China and Mexico at an alarming rate? Are they their interests? Or are they multinational corporation interests? Oil companies, rare earth minerals, heroin dealers, the drug trade, is it in their interest to be in Afghanistan? Yeah. Is it a rare earth mineral mining company's interest to be in Afghanistan? Yeah. But is it in a Texan or a Californian's interest to be in Afghanistan? Remember, criticizing the troops is wrong. But criticizing the government for waging an illegal war is not criticizing the troops. So please, quit hiding behind people who have no say in the argument. The government silences the troops and wants to keep them out of the media. Why? Because they support Ron Paul, and they support an end to the wars because they're the ones there. And they realize that, yeah, they're not going to disavow their oath. They're not going to dishonor their country by not following orders, but they realize reality. And the reality is they're not fighting for America, the Constitution, our liberties. The terrorists aren't patting us down and grabbing our genitals at the airport. Our own government is. The terrorists aren't listening in to our phone calls. The terrorists didn't set up cameras at every street corner and in parks. Our government did, not the terrorists. And as we'll see, it may be the terrorists being run by our government that are playing both sides, that are making the fear in your heart come out. It's irrational. It's an irrational fear. You should fear drunk drivers more than you fear terrorists. You should fear allergic reactions to bee stings more than you fear terrorists. You should fear peanut allergies more than you should fear terrorists. I support the troops, and I honor their sacrifice individually. But we have to get past this, I have to support the war to support the troops. No, you don't. Bring them home. That's how you support them. Bring them back to their families so they can raise their families. I don't want them fighting for this. I don't want them fighting for oil companies and multinational corporations. I want them fighting for freedom. And the more this war goes on, the less freedom we have. So who are they fighting for? Who should be proud of them? Should Merck be proud of them? Should Northrop Grumman be proud of them? Boeing? Lockheed Martin? They should probably be proud because they've made more profits in the last 10 years than ever. The people who make the TSA scanners, they should be proud of our troops. We have to be honest about what we're talking about, and we can't jump on other people's necks, jump down their throats when they say something that might be a little bit controversial, because debate is good, and someone should honestly have a debate with this gentleman, and instead of just attacking him and calling him anti-American. He's not anti-American. He's just questioning our government. And it is ultimately patriotic to question your government. When did we forget that in this country? On this Memorial Day, you should say, no, I'm not just going to take every spoon-fed piece of propaganda the government gives me just because they have a flag. That's not us. That's not the Constitution. That's not the founding. That's not liberty. That is corporate fascism. That went 2 minutes longer than I wanted to, but dang it, I'm emotional about this because I worry about the troops, and I love them. I love them as people, and I want them home here protecting us from, who knows, maybe this. To switch subjects, to pivot on this Memorial Day. This is really why I got up and got the camera on. Naturalnews.com. Zombie apocalypse becomes reality in Miami as police shoot naked, mindless man literally eating the face off another man. You might say Natural News is Mike Adams. That's connected with Alex Jones, InfoWars, those conspiracy theorists who think the government is out to get us. They're just making up UFO stories. No, they do what they do, which is report on mainstream stories by reporters who actually interview people, and they give credit and give links to the original sources. And here's an original source, CBS Miami. Miami police kill man eating another man's face. Miami police are still tight-lipped about the man they shot and killed on the MacArthur Causeway Saturday afternoon. There was surveillance video on the side of a freeway. A Miami police officer came upon a man in an apparent struggle with another naked man. Upon further investigation, he noticed the man was eating the man's face, including his eyeballs, witnesses state. After not listening to the officer's commands to get off the man, the officer shot him, which I believe is probably probable cause to shoot a man. When a man is gnawing at the face of another man, you can probably bet that he's not going to listen to you, and you might need to use some force. So they shot this man, and did he go down after one shot? No. He fired at least 6 shots before he died, and he kept firing. The best part about it, what Dr. Paul Adams, they just get these doctors. He says it's a new LSD called bath salts. Google bath salts. In every city, there's been legislation against bath salts. It's just a chemical. It's literally a bath salt you can use for your bath, but people marketed it as a drug, and people use it. It's synthetic cocaine. They're calling it a new LSD, and they're saying people are selling it. They're selling it because it's legal, and it doesn't do this as far as I'm concerned. But this Dr. Adams said we've had several deaths. Several deaths. Is it from bath salts? Or maybe it's the zombie apocalypse. Read the Mike Adams article. It's very entertaining. It goes into the basic zombie mentality in the zombie state most Americans are in. And you knock their chemical imbalance, which is a fallacy in and of itself, but you throw some chemicals on it, the right mixture, And, well, you could probably get someone to do something like this. So, is it the zombie apocalypse? I sure as hell hope not. But they're not saying much about it, and they're keeping mum about the victim and the perpetrator. The victim was still alive with an eaten-off face. We'll see what happens to him. But keep your eyes open, people. This world is getting crazy. You need to prepare yourself. Watch for the flashpoints. Love your family. Stick close to home. Get off Facebook. Make real relationships with people you can actually shake their hand, not like their video. But if you want to like this video, please go ahead and reshare this with your friends and family. Stay safe on this Memorial Day. I support the troops. I believe in liberty. But our country is not the flag. Our country is the Constitution, and it is the freedoms given to us by God. And if those freedoms get taken away, this is no longer the country that our founders fought and died for. Thank you for watching Flashpoint Radio. Jay-Z signing off, saying God bless and keep your eyes to the sky.